They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See slime break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a break light. And you can get it right on your gravesite.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And his first pass is incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
19. Gotta go. 18.
Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's got Snead. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And this one caught by Max Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Here's a first down run with Collins. Powers through, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And out of bounds right around the 20. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Wilson. Open man, it's Allen. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Taken in at the 22. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To Allen on the dump off. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Wilson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Kill. Gun. 12.
Here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
11.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And going deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He's got him in, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wilson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield,
Here we go.
you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
From the gun on third down, Breeze drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Dancing to his left. Spins past him, and he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go play action now. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
14.
On second down, here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Buying time to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Wilson now to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw again is Wilson. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the Saints signal for another timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first down, Breeze. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Hey, we got 4 down.
On first down, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Wilson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's taken down inside the 30. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made us first. This now from 46 yards away. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Made us first. This now from 46 yards away. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Kamara now to return. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it and got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brandon Carr there to make the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Kill.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. Oh, and now he bowls him over. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They pitch it out to Collins. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. On 2nd down, Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Crabtree with it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now it's Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hayden Hurst, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And there are parts of their last drive that like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now he's going to throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for the Saints. 41 yards.
Got it.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On second down, here's Breeze. And Hill with it over the middle. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Crabtree has it. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
To Allen on the dump off. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Looking for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Breeze to throw. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Line, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson steps away to his left. Drops it underneath for Collins. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
14.
Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Chris.
That's correct. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Again, it's Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They go with a fullback line. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Set. Hey, kill.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. Flush to his right. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one, 28 yards on the ground. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Hey, two. Got it.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Lutz puts this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
14.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another play off. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Saints, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road date next.